On October 12, 2025, Trooper Ethan Highland was patrolling Interstate 40 when he observed a blue Ford Mustang speed past him in the left lane at approximately 80 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone. Running the vehicle's tag through the system, Highland discovered it was fictitious. He activated his emergency lights to conduct a traffic stop, but the Mustang failed to yield. Highland then activated his siren and initiated a pursuit. The Mustang sped through a red light at a busy intersection, nearly colliding with a passing vehicle, but continued fleeing as the pursuit pressed on.
Turning on the 4th road.
Turning on the 4th road.
Trooper Highland attempted a pit maneuver, nearly forcing the Mustang into a spin, but the driver managed to regain control and kept fleeing.
What's your speed?
68, one wheel, diesel 46. Has a Russell.
That's Russell. This one put off the left together.
Passing cotton.
Passing cotton.
North on right top.
Approaching ground top.
After attempting to make a sudden turn, the driver momentarily lost control of the Mustang and struck a fence, but quickly regained control and continued fleeing at a high rate of speed.
Passing Alpha.
Drove through a fence. BOR. East to E. 2nd Street.
Drove through fence. This is 2nd Street.
West on Brantley Ave. East, sorry.
East on Brantley Avenue. Back on tank.
Southbound. Southbound on ramp top.
Jump out on Alpha.
Crashed out on Round Top and Bradley. He's running the woods.
During the pursuit, the driver made a sharp turn in an attempt to lose Trooper Highland, but instead lost control of the Mustang and struck a tree head-on. The impact disabled the vehicle, and the driver immediately exited, fleeing on foot into the nearby woods. Troopers established a perimeter, and he was located and arrested shortly after without further incident. A subsequent search of the vehicle revealed a small bag containing a substance suspected to be cocaine. The driver was charged with fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, possession of a controlled substance, displaying fictitious tags, operating with no liability insurance, driving with a suspended license, and leaving the scene of an accident involving property damage. On September 14, 2025, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper was patrolling Interstate 95 when he observed a Volkswagen Jetta displaying expired tags. The trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver refused to comply, accelerating instead, sparking a pursuit.
Getting back on I-10, eastbound. Last 10 for Jax. It's going to be Friday 28th of November, Victor Alpha, Victor 46. It's going to be on a Volkswagen Jetta.
Number 20 at 155,
It's going to be 95 north. I'm sorry, 95 south lane change. Got off in the Stockton exit. Going eastbound. Going westbound. Started running red lights, Jax. Drive pavement as well, Jax, not right now, fast. It's going to be November, Victor Alpha, Victor 46 on a silver Volkswagen Jetta. Southbound 95, coming up to the left. Riding the shoulder, Jack. Still moderate traffic. Southbound 95, Jackson's trying to weave in and out of lanes. Still trying to evade me.
Jackson 901. Had a witness call in that she did witness anyway. I had her name and phone number again.
Still southbound 95, Jax. Traffic is still moderate. Passing Emerson. Jax, you just hit a sign. You just signal for it. Just signal for it.
The pursuit continued southbound on Interstate 95, where the driver veered into the third lane but suddenly lost control, colliding with a traffic sign before crashing into a water-filled ditch. The vehicle became completely disabled. The trooper exited his patrol unit and issued commands for the driver to exit the vehicle. Fortunately, the driver complied and was taken into custody without further incident. He was subsequently transported to the county jail and charged accordingly. On August 1, 2024, Florida Highway Patrol troopers were tracking a black GMC pickup truck, reported stolen in Broward County. The vehicle was traveling southbound on Interstate 95 in Miami-Dade County before merging onto the Palmetto Expressway. A trooper initiated a traffic stop, and the vehicle initially yielded. However, shortly after the trooper exited his patrol unit, the GMC abruptly fled, initiating a pursuit.
Bravo, Zulu, Romeo, Quebec. We're gonna be eastbound 23. Alright, 23. I believe he's signal for the vehicle right now. Alright, towards the turnpike. He's going 12 whiskey, now going on the turnpike, signal 4 versus a truck, and we got to roll over.
While fleeing at high speed, the GMC driver caused multiple collisions, first striking a truck and then an SUV. During an attempted sudden turn, the driver executed a PIT maneuver on a passing truck, causing it to roll over. the GMC ultimately collided with the median. The suspect, who was already on probation for a prior fleeing and eluding incident, was apprehended without further incident. The driver, identified as Joseph Giannino, was charged with fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, grand theft auto, leaving the scene of a crash, and driving on a suspended license. On February 4, 2025, Trooper Matthew Walker was patrolling the interstate when he observed an SUV traveling without rear license plates. He attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver refused to yield, triggering a pursuit.
Eastbound on Sunset. 28 back last, 733 David Mary Young, 733 David Mary Young. Speed's 80, medium traffic.
Copy, speed's 80, medium traffic. 12, are you wanting to patch with Washington County or are you not going to?
No, you can patch us. Continuing eastbound on Newton Southern.
The pursuit escalated to speeds of approximately 100 miles per hour as the driver recklessly ran a red light.
Can't do it here either. Just wrecked out. Just wrecked out here at 71.
The SUV's driver suddenly veered left in a desperate attempt to escape, but lost control and slammed into a power pole, completely disabling the vehicle. Officers swiftly removed the driver from the wrecked car and placed him under arrest without further incident. Moments later, the vehicle burst into flames, prompting multiple troopers to rush in and extinguish the fire before it could spread. The driver was charged with fleeing, reckless driving, operating without license plates, and lacking liability insurance. On January 28, 2024, Trooper Peters was monitoring traffic along State Road 50 when he spotted a gray 2022 Dodge Challenger speeding at 75 miles per hour in a 50 zone. Peters quickly caught up to the vehicle and activated his emergency lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop. At first, the driver complied and pulled over. But the moment Peters stepped out of his patrol car, the Challenger suddenly took off, turning a routine stop into a high-speed pursuit. The driver attempted a reckless U-turn over the median in a desperate bid to escape, but his plan failed instantly. Another trooper was already positioned nearby, ready and waiting to cut him off.
Oh, you cross the median, grass median. Single 12 whiskey, single 12 whiskey.
Single 12 whiskey.
Hit.
The trooper executed a pit maneuver on the Challenger, briefly spinning it out of control. However, the driver quickly recovered, crossed over the median, and continued fleeing at high speed, determined to evade capture.
Single floor.
The driver eventually lost control of the vehicle, slamming into a power pole on the southeast corner of State Road 50. The impact caused the Challenger to roll across both southbound lanes before coming to rest on the median, completely disabled. Upon making contact and taking the suspect into custody, troopers identified the driver as Brandon Corey Johnson, who had never possessed or been issued a valid driver's license. Inside the vehicle were 3 additional occupants, including 2 minor children. The Florida Department of Children and Families was notified, responded to the scene, and launched an investigation into child abuse charges, without great bodily harm. A subsequent search of the vehicle uncovered 20 grams of cocaine, 10 grams of marijuana, and a digital scale, indicating possible drug distribution activity. Johnson was transported to the Hernando County Detention Center and booked without incident, facing a long list of serious charges. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to comment which clip you liked the most. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like this video.